We work as a team called Superstars, and we trust God that each and every one of us will get to the top, of course, as per the desires of our hearts, because God blesses the desires of our hearts. And as we come to the close of this July month, it's very good that we are having this meeting so that we can deliberate on how to close the month. You need to realize, especially those who are new, that our business is monthly. And it's very, very important that you maximize on every month. Later, towards the end, we'll be saying that there is a way one single point can translate to thousands of shillings, depending on the total PVs. For example, if you have 2,999 points, and you are lacking 1 point to clock to 3,000, then in terms of the money that you are going to miss is, we are talking of a couple of thousands just because of that one single point. That's food for thought until I expound further towards the end. Now, we want to also appreciate the fact that the team, Superstars team, is growing extremely fast. We want to really thank God that the team is exponentially growing. We are now in our mindset, we are past COVID-19. We are way past that. And thou shalt not be heard talking of COVID-19 as a barrier to anything. As a matter of fact, COVID-19 has come to help us do the business in a very big way. Ironical as it might sound, COVID-19 has come to be such a huge blessing because it has opened our eyes. And this time we are going to make steps that we've not made any time in the past. And it is very evident, as we can see from the performance by now. So to help us get started, because we have a lineup of speakers, I want to give this chance to one lady who is coming up very, very, very well. This lady has used the products big time. And even before I joined this opportunity, she was already using the product. Amazing. So when now I brought her on board, it was very easy for her to build the business because she already had that, excitement from the products. Her and the husband are making their step to director anytime, and we are excited about that. So you've heard from the husband in the past. He's Harun Masharia. And now it's the time to hear from the lady, because behind every successful man, there is a wise woman. So we want to hear from Damaris Masharia. Damaris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Peter Josphat.
Aye, then go on, please.
Thank you very much. Good evening to all of us. I know you had a wonderful day. And so I would like to appreciate all of you for joining in today. As we have seen that we are still learning about our products, whether we have COVID or not, your life must go on. So my name is Damaris, as you've heard, Macharia. I'm married to Macharia Harun, seated next to me here. And together we're blessed with 2 boys and 2 girls. And we thank God for this day and also being in your life. Now, before I say the story of today about the product, I would like to say that I'm a trained secretary, and right now I'm currently pursuing my counseling training for the time being. And I'm also very excited about the New Life opportunity. And I came to know about this one, the New Life, because my husband had joined New Life before. So when we got married, we continued using the products, and I loved all the products, from the skincare to the home care. Everything was amazing. Everything was so nice. And so we loved the products. So we continued using the products for the childbearing times, and also for facing so what is this called? The CS, for the childbearing. So we had to go through all the CSs, and thank God for these products. I worked out very well. I'll always take my Calmag zinc. I will take omega-3 salmon oil. I will take Neolife shake, and I healed very fast. Until people will ask me, how comes you're healing very fast than everyone else? So that's how I loved the products more and more. And now, after a lot of persuasion and a lot of motivation from PT Josphat and Pieros, I accepted to join the ship and continue the business. So today, I would like us to talk about Calmag as part of what I've been using, and also I know it's part of the company's values and the goals, that we should use the supplements, we should use the products, we should share the products, and we should also share the opportunity with everyone else. So Neolife has a very unique Calmag that is chelated, and it has three things. One, it has Calmag, it has calcium, it has magnesium, and it has vitamin D. So the chelation process actually promotes a higher absorption than any other calcium that you have in the market. It's actually 6 times more absorbed in our bodies. So we like to ask ourselves, why is our Calmag unique than all that is in the market? Number one, because of the chelation process, it enables our Calmag to be absorbed into our bodies very, very well. And we do not have any stomach upsets. It's usually a very, very good product. Number two, it's derived from the seashells, which have a high potency of calcium. And because we are backed by science and based in nature, so all our products have the scientific advisory board on them. Now, why do we need calcium? Actually, everybody needs calcium. Every one of us needs calcium. So it's very essential for bone formation and for the overall health. It's also good for nerves and muscle functions. It's also good for people who have menstrual syndrome. They usually have issues with irritability, they have bloating, they usually have food cravings, they have depression. They also suffer from very severe cramps and also mood swings. So when we take calcium, which has a combination of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, your day becomes normal as any other day. So it's very useful, very, very well for that time. Another group of people that need this one is menopause. Menopause also occurs in everybody's life, be it men and women. It usually happens, but it actually affects women more than men. Even men, they usually behave in certain ways. They usually become so irritable. They become they are so mood. They also have mood swings, you know. And so when we take Calmag in us, it helps us to really be very, very good people. We usually just have a normal day. We are very calm, cool, and collected. So why do we have a magnesium in our Calmag? Number one, it aids in protein production. It's also good in energy production. When you use Calmag, you're usually very, very, very active. You don't actually feel any laziness. If you have an issue with being uneasy or being inactive, you become very, very energetic. It's also good for cognitive functions. Many people have an issue with memory functions. So when you use Calmag, you're always having good moods all the time. So it's overall for mood controls. So you'll always have men and women who are always very alert, very energetic, and very calm, cool, and collected. Now, who needs CalMag? All of us need enough CalMag every day. We are told by researchers in New Life that women need approximately 1,500 mg every day of calcium. And we're also told that men, they also need 900 grams of calcium every day. So you see why men and women really should have CalMag in their lives. But I would like to put some emphasis on some specific groups of people. Number one, pregnant women. All of us, we know that when someone is pregnant, is an unborn child that needs to grow until the time for birth. And so what happens is that they share everything with the mother. Whatever the mother takes in, they actually share with the mother. And so we usually see women eating stones around and even sand, which usually has a side effect in their system. So help them to take CalMag until they'll stop eating those stones, and they'll usually have a very smooth pregnancy. We also have a group of people, women who are breastfeeding. They usually have a very hard time getting enough calcium, because remember, we do 6 months breastfeeding. So half a year, you are every day, every minute breastfeeding your child and expressing and also taking that calcium to your child every day. So it's good to take CalMag to recap back what has been lost. And you realize that when you're breastfeeding and you use CalMag, you'll not have those issues with your teeth being very loose. I've seen women having a tooth or one or two coming out during this time, and also having very brittle nails, having backache, headache. So when you use CalMag at this time, you really have a wonderful time. And so breastfeeding women, this is very, very important. As far as the breastfeeding is concerned, we usually find that in African, like here in Kenya, when somebody gives birth, people visit her with so many bones to make soup. So we find we labor a lot with those sufurias, we wash them, we put those bones to dry again and dry again. You have a lot of work and you labor a lot, because you're going to keep on washing those sufurias and washing those bones again. And also you're going to use energy. You have to use charcoal stove to boil that soup and take. And also taking so much, you become even bored by it. So when you take CalMag, you really save a lot of energy, you save a lot of labor, and you really feel easy. Another group that you have are teenagers. You know that at this time is when we have the skeleton formation structure in their bodies. And so they are very active. This when they are also having the talents, they are in sports, they are in their festival meetings. They usually are very busy studying. And so this one comes in handy to help them have a very smooth time in their health. And it also improves them when they have those mood swings. They're usually very balanced, because remember, they're also growing and they're discovering themselves. They're actually discovering what they can do, actually even preparing for their career paths. So we find that teenagers really, really need their CalMag. Another group that we have is the athletes. Athletes also, we usually know that Kenya is a country of rich people, those who run and run the most in the whole world, and you're proud to be Kenyans. So athletes, we really need to have CalMag with us, because it prevents muscle pull and makes someone become active, energized, and somebody is always full of vigor throughout the day. And when you are doing those exercises, you're always upbeat, you don't get tired. And of course, you also add other products like Trenin, omega-3 salmon oil, and many others. But today you're just focusing on CalMag. You also have another group of people that are aged. Of course, every day as we grow old, every day we celebrate our birthdays. You usually have a year added to you. Is that not so? Yeah, every year we have 1 year added to us. And so we are slowly and gracefully aging. And so right now we need a lot of calcium in our system. So CalMag comes in handy for all of us, for our parents who are aging, and remembering ourselves that every year as we celebrate our birthdays, we are aging. And therefore, CalMag should really, really be part of our lives. And lastly, I would like to say to all our distributors viewing us today that this is a wonderful opportunity and a wonderful product that we have in your life. And we have seen that this is a business that you create relationship with people. You don't just sell something and you forget about that person. You follow up and see how far that product worked for her or him. And then from there, you create, you also continue creating that relationship and building on it until somebody realizes that, oh, this CalMag was sharing something else has helped me, and that person will eventually join you and become your prospect. So therefore, let us work hard on and know that the market is very wide. As you have seen, everybody around us really needs CalMag, be it a mother who is pregnant, be it someone who is breastfeeding, the teenagers around us. There's a neighbor of yours there, maybe she's expectant. Kindly talk to them and help them. Save them from washing those sufurias and eating those stones. Help them to know that we have a wonderful product that is clean to use, high potency, and easy to handle. And so thank you very much for all of you listening to me tonight. And let us help the world, and let us help each other make the world a healthier place and also a better place to live in. I hand you back to Pia Rose and Josphat. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, amazing. Thank you very much, Damaris. That is a job well done. You made me to feel like I really didn't know CalMag, you know? I feel like ending the stock. For sure, CalMag is such a powerful product, and thank you very much for sharing too much information about the same. Kindly distributors, if you are not using CalMag, then you are not in your life. I cannot sleep without it because when I sleep after taking CalMag, I sleep like a baby until morning. All right. And by the way, you can specialize. You can decide CalMag will be one of your top products to sell because I've realized it is cheap relatively and it has high PVs. It has high points. So you can consider buying CalMag in cases instead of singles. In any case, there is what we call case discount. When you buy as a case, it becomes cheaper. You save some money. So thank you very, very much, Damaris, for that wonderful session. And I think I should be giving you a product every week. That is how nicely you'll be doing them. And now we move on to another session, a quick one and a short one. This time, gentlemen, not really for gender balance per se, but because he's also coming up very well and he has spent his time in what we call personal development. He has decided to invest in personal development. He's a teacher, so within a few minutes, he'll have taught us quite a lot. Our upcoming director, Eric, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, PT. Can you get me?
Very well. Kindly take it up.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow superstars. I trust that you are well from wherever you are listening me from. To begin with, my name is Eric Wahinya and I am a teacher by profession. And I am grateful to be a part of New Life. I joined this opportunity some 3 years ago. And it has actually been a very wonderful journey and a lot of learning has taken place. And I realized that training is at the heart of our business. And today I am excited to be sharing with you about belief and the belief in ourselves and in our business. So to begin with, I believe we all know of this great American industrialist who was called Henry Ford. And he said, if you think you can or think you can't, you are right, which means it all begins in our mind. For us to be successful, we have to see it in our minds first and foremost. And in our business, belief is the fuel that propels us forward. Whenever we listen to our president team members and our leaders in the business, you'll realize that they speak with a lot of conviction and a lot of vigor, a lot of energy. Why? Because they believe in themselves, they believe in the opportunity, and they believe in us. So we need to have belief in our business, in the people we recruit. We need to believe in our company because we have chosen to partner with New Life. So we need to believe in the products, believing in the company values. We need to believe in ourselves foremost, because within each and every person, there's a winner and there's a loser. So we need to feed the winner within us with that energy, which means we have to make sure that each and every day we are doing a number of things. So keep in mind that 90% of all communication is self-talk. So you'll realize that at times we're just, you might be, you're not even speaking, you're just seated, not really saying anything, but there's a voice in our heads. It's called the monkey in the head. And you'll find that voice, if it's the winner within you, it's the voice that tells you, yes, you can do it. If other people are doing it, why not? You know, let's go forward, let's rise up. But then again, there's another voice that is normally filled with doubt, self-doubt. You know, you start wondering, you start telling yourself, maybe I am not good enough. Maybe this opportunity is not for me. You've been in the opportunity for a while. Things maybe you're not sponsoring as many people as you can, and maybe you start feeling a bit low. So during those times, we need to remember that we have the power to talk ourselves into action, which means we need to affirm to ourselves that yes, we can do it. Yes, we are winners. Yes, we are in the best team. We have the best leaders. And if they are doing it, why can we not do it also? We need to filter criticism. When somebody tells you you need to work on your business, maybe change some aspects here and there, you know, we need to learn to listen and take the positives, and you don't have to take everything, you know, take the positives and leave out the rest. We also need to remember that we need to be enthusiastic at all times, because, you know, whenever you present yourself to somebody, then even before you speak, they're looking at how are you handling yourself? Are you communicating as like someone who is confident, someone who believes in what they're doing? So we need to watch out on that. We also need to watch out for things that drain us of energy. For example, maybe somebody did you wrong, you know, some time back, and you're holding on to that feeling of being hurt. You know, it might not be even something that was related to the business, but because it is something that drains you of energy, then you have to watch out for such things, which means we have to make sure that we try to be at peace with ourselves and with the world, because we need that energy as network marketers. You know, we need to be enthusiastic, so we need to watch out for energy drainers. Also, let us not worry in past mistakes. If something has happened, it has already happened. Let it go and learn from it. Focus on your strengths. Take some time to write down what the things that you are good at, so that when things get a bit tough, you can review, you can go back and look at all those nice qualities that you have, and then tell yourself that, then if I have all these qualities, then I can do it. You know, I have what it takes. And watch out for what we call stinking thinking. This is negative thinking that leads us to, it's like we're going in a rut, you know, we are not progressing. Because if you can do something about it, then do something about it. But if it's something that you cannot do anything about, then there's no reason for you to wallow in that negativity. Just let it go. And the more strength you have within, the more you will have to give. You cannot give that which you cannot have, that which you do not have. So for the energy and the enthusiasm, there's no way we can give it if it doesn't come from us. And to wrap it up, I'll mention a few things about taking charge of our business. Success is 100% up to us. We have to take the responsibility for our business. And think about a train. You know, there's no way you can drive a train if you are seated in a carriage behind somewhere, you know. So you have to take charge and to believe that you can, and to walk up to the front and to drive that train, because it is yours and you know where you want it to go. And no one is going to do it for you. No one is going to do the business for us. We have to decide and to do it for ourselves. And big dreams are worth making big sacrifices for. So what are your dreams? Have you written down your dreams? Do you look at them each and every time? And do you ask yourself that, am I deserving of these dreams? Because if other people are living their dreams, then why should you not live yours, you know? So believe in your dreams and be ready to make the sacrifices, because no one is going to do it for you. And each and every day, decide, act, and review. Sit down, look at what you've done in your business, decide to go a mile further the next day, even if things are a bit tough, and act and then review. Always do that. Decide, act, and review. And lastly, I'd like to talk about working the hours. And I believe we all watched the video from our PT about working the hours in the business. And we've all heard our PT Josphat says that this business, those people who say the business does not work, it's true, the business does not work. It is us who do the work. So the system works, yes, but we have to work it for us to get the results. And it's like drilling holes for oil. When you're digging for oil, you know, you have to dig a number of holes. Some of them will be they'll turn out to have oil, but some of them won't. And this is the same with our business. Some people will say yes to the opportunity, and others will say no to the opportunity, and it is what it is. We have to keep on moving and to get those rich veins where we strike that oil and we get the yeses. So we have to keep on going. And there's no way to master these skills rather than out there in the field and working it, you know. So we have to practice what we are learning in these trainings. We have to put it into action for it to work. And of course, every day make the necessary adjustments and keep on moving on. And remember that the more people you connect with, the greater your chances of success. So each and every day we have to set up some time aside to do the most serious work, that is connecting with people, making those calls, setting up appointments, sharing the products, you know. We have to do the work, the real work. So decide to set some time each and every day to do what you must do. Avoid procrastination, because it is a fast path to failure. So with that, I trust that we have all gotten something that we can implement into our businesses. And I thank you, my presidents, for the opportunity to share something with the rest of the team. Thank you and good evening. Back to you, PT.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Eric Wahinya. That is excellent, and you've blessed us. Definitely, I am very quick to implementing the things I learn, and you can be sure I'll be borrowing a lot from your lecture. And thank you for blessing the entire team. How we pray that you quickly make your steps up there because you really deserve, right? So now the team, I want to take the last session here. And this is going to take just a short while. Just a second. All right, thank you. So now, the kind of stuff we are getting from Damaris, from Eric, from speakers who have talked before, everything is meant to help us to build very stable businesses. And a Superstars team, we are just very, very lucky that we have all these resources. And again, as professionals, we very well know that it's the doing that matter. It is not how much you learn. It is how much you implement what you have learned. And I want to quickly take us through the last session, which I would want to focus more on really our business system. And as I get to that, I must say this. Please never wait for any opportune time for you to do what you know you should do in our business. Many people wait, that one day, Aki, one day I'll do this business, kama mwenda. Now, what are you waiting for? The successful people do at once what, you know, the unsuccessful people do at last. We know we should be sponsoring. And my question is, what are you waiting for? We know we should be making steps. And the question is, what are you waiting for? If there's something you will regret one time will be, you'll say, I wish I moved very fast right from the beginning. But what I know is a time comes in all our lives in this business, a time comes when you decide enough is enough. And I wish it can be now that all of us decide enough is enough and we hit it very hard. Remember this, Neolife will make you extremely rich. But if you're not careful, it might just be a song that we have everything in your life, we can make all the money in your life, and you don't get anything. So I want to challenge us to be a bit aggressive, to move a bit faster in the aspects of the business. And I usually recommend that as we build our business, we divide it into three. And the first part is the usage of the product and sharing of the products. Let that take 10%. What I mean is, of all your time and effort and energy, 10%, let it go to products, using the products and sharing the products. And there's one challenge we always give with the peers. If we came to your house right now, what kind of soaps will we find in the kitchen and in the bathroom? When we find you taking breakfast, what will we see you consuming from Neolife? So you need to replace, you know, the chemicals in your house with the Neolife products. It's only that I cannot visit all of you, but I would really want to ambush you and I see what you wash me hands with. Anyone who has visited me, you know very well, you use LDC always and the other products. Now, the next 10% to make 20% is what Eric has focused on, that is PD, personal development, changing your mindset. I say this, before you start running very fast in our business, please check on whether you are facing the right direction. Otherwise, you might be moving very fast in the opposite direction. And if you don't have the right mindset, then you are moving in the wrong direction. So in your very first days of being in this business, please make sure you challenge your thinking. When I came in as a lecturer and with a scientist, my wife, we had not built the mind of doing business. So we had to very fast change our way of thinking. And I can tell you who is changing their mindsets from how you behave when you get your first check. Some will look at the check and they say, I worked so hard and they give me only 800 shillings. That will tell me that you have not understood that 800 shillings in this business is such a huge check for a start, because you will keep growing it. When we hear you complaining of people are not joining, people are not, they are saying products are expensive, any kind of a complaint we hear from you, it reflects that you have not yet developed personally. Because personal development helps you to handle those kind of challenges. And now the other 80% should now be sponsoring. Get this right from me. If you guys, you engage very high gear in sponsoring, I bet there is no single step you will not make, especially personal sponsoring. And in a few minutes, we'll be recognizing the giants who are doing huge personal sponsoring. And that is the only way, the surest way to take your steps, multiple steps, up to president, team member, and beyond. And the question is, how do you sponsor? The answer is, please massively prospect. Make sure you're talking to so many people. Don't be discouraged when you talk to 10 and only one says yes. That is the normal way in our business. By the way, for every 10 people you talk to, if one of them says yes, please, that is so good. If you are engineers, then out of the 10, 3 will say yes, if you are engineers. But if you are not, most likely less than 3 will say yes. And even if you get 0 at first, don't bother about that. You are learning the business. I have to assure you this. The people who say no, they don't mean no. They only mean later. So if you get discouraged and you say, I will never tell them again, then I would equate that to a gentleman who sees a beautiful lady and decides, hey, I will marry this one. And then you go to her and she says no. And you think she meant no. I mean, sometimes it's not no. She's just raising her value. So in our business, when we are talking to people, let us not really think that they are negative just because I didn't join at once. There are many people who are joining me now, yet I started telling them about the business in 2010 when I joined. So massively prospect, and then don't discriminate. Don't ignore some people. The people you thought they cannot join, they will surprise you. They might be the first people to join you. So talk to everyone except one person, the one who has stopped breathing. Everyone else who is breathing, please talk to them. And they will surprise you that they can do a lot. All right. So it is a game of numbers. Let us put in big numbers into our business. Now, of course, you must, as Eric has said, you must be very sure of the business. Even if it has not started working, it is you who has not seen the fruits. It is working. Go and read about the Chinese bamboo tree. And you realize that in the first 5 years, it really doesn't, or 4 years, it doesn't really shoot up. The growing is underneath. But after 5 years, within a few weeks, it will shoot very many feet above, the ground. Does it mean it wasn't growing the first 5 years? No. Look at the newest president in Tanzania. She is 10 years now in the business, but we only heard of her about 2 years ago. Where was she? She was growing underneath. And that is what will happen to us also. So let us put massive action even when you're not getting the results that you want. The result will come. I tell people, what you do today, you are most likely to see the results 6 months down the line. So go ahead and forget about the result first. Put in massive action, right? And if somebody asks you, how is your business? And perhaps it's not working, you are not even sure of what is not happening, don't tell them, I don't know what is happening. No, that is the wrong confession. Tell them, oh, the business is going crazy. If I told you, you wouldn't believe. And of course, they will think that it's going crazy upwards and they will join you. But if you frown and you tell them, I don't know, come and kurogwa, then they cannot join, all right? So that positive attitude has to be very, very clear on our faces. When people see you, they should see a successful person. Now, as we wind up, I want to suggest this. Because our business is monthly, forget about next month. Listen to this and listen carefully. Never ever think of next month when you are in the current month. The Neolife company pays you for the business that you've done from the beginning of the month to the end of that month. Now we are in the last week of the month. What I suggest is this. If you are a distributor, work very, very closely with your director and ask them, if you are not sure, how do I become a manager or a senior manager? And don't relent, keep on pushing your upline director until it is very clear to you how you become a manager or a senior manager. But I would suggest that you start at senior manager level if you are a distributor. There are so many benefits that comes along with that, but your upline director will be explaining to you. So let us not have someone closing this month, which is ending by end of the week and the latest Monday. Let us all become senior managers. Why? So that we start making some checks. It doesn't matter how big your first check will be or how small it will be. I can tell you, as long as you have your first check or you have been paid some cash from Neolife in your name, that will be enough tool for you to really show the Thomases that the business is working, and they'll join you, and then the check will go up, and more will join you, and the check will go up. That's how it worked for us. That's how it will work for you. Now, is it just easy to become a senior manager? No. It shouldn't be easy anyway, because if it is easy, then everybody will just be becoming. But it requires that you use an entrepreneurial mind of knowing that, okay, I can buy these products, I become a senior manager, I'm enjoying the products, I'm making some profits, but I am also getting to, closer to the level I want, that of a director. And remember, those of you who are becoming directors this month, because I know there are senior managers who are becoming directors this month, please confirm your M-Pesa number at the end of this month. If you are sure you are becoming a director, let me have your M-Pesa number confirmed, because you'll see your balance going up by 10,000 Kenya shillings just for tea, a cup of tea. I know some people now are saying, yes, we'll have to. And so we are closing the month on Monday, but the best thing is try to hit your target by this Friday. And you need to stretch. If you don't stretch, nothing much will come, all right? Stretching means do the best you can on personal points and then help your success lines to do the same. Now, we want to close the meeting by doing what we've always done. That is recognizing the people who are really sponsoring. And why we do this is because the minute you get the momentum of sponsoring, you'll surprise yourself. The business will grow even when you least expect it to, explode. It gets to a point when it is, so exponential. And we are doing very well in terms of sponsoring. Let me show you how we have fared And if you have not sponsored yet, don't worry. We have several days, but try your level best to sponsor this month, the remaining days. Okay? So, now here we go. Wow. There are people who were not sponsored by last week and now they have sponsored. So we want to appreciate them very fast, starting with the Jane Sawe has sponsored one. Now all these people have sponsored one. All right, I can see people are clapping and that is very good. We have Sari Mbaya, Janet Sao, Richard Tonui, Akinyi Otuoma, Ryo Nyataige, Alphonse Aambu, Mary Amwai, Diana Kemani, Stacy Achieng. All these people have sponsored one person. Rosemary Ruvandare, Joyce Bote, Dr. Julia Thiambo. We continue. Rose Wambua, Temitope Esther in Nigeria, Gabriel Degar in Nigeria, Samuel and Madris Dakanio, Caroline Chepkirui, David Maweo Professor, Mary Buri, Constanza has sponsored two. Sorry for that error. Naomi Gadoni, Mildred Amaiba, and we also have Sabina Kenya, all the way from Sweden. And I've seen her in this call. Congratulations, Sabina. That's well done. She's our upcoming president in Sweden. And then we have those who have sponsored two. Congratulations. We have Lydia Murogami, Millicent Maguke, Ojuki, Okech Florence, Father Lucas Juma. Now this is correct for Constanza Morioki. Congratulations. Roslyn and Robert Rotich. Now 1 week and they've also sponsored two. We have others who have sponsored three. This is very good. There's something we call 3 in 30. If you sponsor 3 in a month and they have 100 personal points that first month that you have sponsored them, then the company recognizes you as having done 3 in 30 star. And they give you this pen, which is branded Neolife. This pen is branded Neolife. It doesn't write in the normal way. Unfortunately, you must get it for you to understand what I mean. It's very unique. And when you repeat that, you get a pencil. We call it scratch pencil because you don't sharpen. You just press here and it sharpens itself. You know, very exciting. So let's see those who have sponsored 3. We have Faith Gaira, Emilia Getonga. Emilia this is her second month and she has sponsored 3 already. Now we have some who have sponsored more than 3, and that's where we start ranking them. So position number 3 so far. Remember, the final positioning is next week, and I know these things will change. This positioning will change. So we have number 3 in Superstars team in sponsoring, and that is Andy Lumire. Congratulations, Andy. Now we don't have any other person who has sponsored 3. And we have number 2, position number 2, and it is you. No, it's not you. It is, these people are going very far. They have decided they are not stopping anywhere until they become president team members. And I'm very excited to present to you our position 2. They have sponsored 6 personal. Aaron and Damaris Masharia, congratulations, well done. Well done, well done. That is amazing. And they are doing very well even in terms of their PVs. You know, when you sponsor very well, the entire business goes up, goes up, goes up. So that's the secret. And we have position 1. And who is position 1? Is that you? And position 1 is Piaros and Josphat Karaoke. We have sponsored only 18 personal. All right. So, and it is doable. By the way, we want next month to take it to 40. You know, we have over 50 million Kenyans. Why are you not bringing them on board? They need to come to Neolife. And you know, when you sponsor like this, definitely your business just flies and you don't have to bother about it. So this is a demonstration that it is possible. And I know someone listening to me today will, even if it's not this month, next month will challenge me. And if you challenge me, there will be a special incentive for you. So we want to stop at that. And my parting, message is, kindly note that it is not about what you do very well. It is about what you do well, but consistently. Now, there is one thing that if you are consistent in, you will never go wrong. And there are some people who have gotten it very right in this forum, and that is the trainings, be it from bringing guests or be it for your own training. Please be very consistent. Write down on your diary the days for distributor training and the days for inviting guests. That is the only way you will not miss the meetings. So every Monday, 8 p.m., attend with as many guests as possible. Every Tuesday, today, 8 p.m., come to the meeting. And if you sponsor somebody, remember you are the sponsor. We don't recruit in our team, we sponsor. It means the same, but sponsoring means you are taking care of the person that you have brought into the business. And one way of taking care of that person is by making sure that you don't miss these meetings, trainings. Then every Thursday, some Wednesdays we might have a meeting, some others we don't. But every Thursday, 8 p.m., we have distributor honorary training with Pascal. Never miss that. Then every Friday, unless otherwise stated, we have the Kiswahili opportunity meeting. And that is where you invite as many people that you know that would really be excited about the Kiswahili one. Anyway, everyone. And then now, the climax, Saturday, 5 p.m. You know, by now you know that our superstars presentation, we do it at another level, a superstars team. So invite massively for Saturdays, 5 p.m. And if you focus on that schedule, you'll never go wrong. Otherwise, I want to wish us the very best this end month. The remaining days, let us put all the energy into it. And I would want that Pieros just says hi to us as the mother of a superstars team, very proud of her.
Wow. Thank you very much, Josphat. I believe we've really learned a lot. Hi, superstars. Yeah, it's wonderful to see all of you. I can see those, I can see they are waving, and it's really great. I'm excited, and I've also learned a lot. I've already made my notes over here. I'm going to look at them again and again. So Josphat has also given us wonderful insights that can help all of us to grow in the business. So I believe the key thing is going to apply. We apply, and I can tell you the results will be amazing. I was looking at a point where we were at exactly 100 people. And what I know is that we are going to get 100 presidents. That is so clear in my mind that very soon, each one of you here in this call will be a president team member. Because I always say that in Neolife, there are no failures. By the way, I've never seen a failure. Since I joined, now I'm 10 years old, there are no failures. I only see quitters and winners. Those are the only two people I see. So choose which category you want to be. Yeah? Be a winner. Let us be winners. When we joined the business 10 years ago, I was like, how will I make it? When will I ever be there? But thank God, because I decided to do what those people who quit did not do, and that is training. So congratulations for coming for this training. If we are 100, it means if each one of us invite 5 people, or even just 3, we will be 200 on Saturday in the presentation. So let us focus on it, and as Eric said, we just sacrifice and the success will be there. Congratulations goes to our speakers of the day, Damaris, Masharia, and Eric Wahinya. You're great people. You spoke like president, team members, and I can't wait for you to be there, because I really love when I see people taking the lead and also sharing with other people. And so for each one of us on this call, this is the week to make our step. By the way, you will have to sacrifice even your money. I remember when Josphat said you step up to senior manager. For us to step up to senior manager, we decided to borrow money to become. And you know, we were telling each other, even if we borrow, as long as we are borrowing for the last time, and for sure that was our last time borrowing money. So you can borrow for your success and get there, get to where you want to be. And let us engage in the business. Every day, I would not mind to be disturbed that, oh, PROs, I want to understand this and that, this and that. And fortunately, here in Nairobi, I'm always in the warehouse, in the office, in Nairobi, in town center. I arrive there at 7 o'clock and I leave there at 5. And I know you guys, you can make use of us. Together with the directors on this call, we have great leaders in our superstars team. Our directors are the best. And so I think we can make use of them and ensure that they help us to be where we want to be. Otherwise, I can't wait to meet each one of you in the beaches of the world, and first to celebrate you, even as directors, because I'm so excited already. We have a new director in our team, that is Eunice Nanga. And I know that even before Monday next week, we will be getting directors of this, in this team. And I know it is, each one of us will make their step, and we are going to celebrate. So God bless you. Put your best foot forward, and I believe we are all successful. And may God bless you. May God bless your families, and God bless your business. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much.